Meyiwa refused with the cell phone, and he stood up and grabbed each other with Marco. I'm reading as it's written in my note. Marco took out the firearm and shot at him. Kelly ran to the bathroom and came back while still pushing each other. And the sound of the firearm came out as a result of Kelly ran back to the bedroom, and the shots came 2 times again. And they came out running, and we ran into the car which was parked at the corner of the street. We drove to the hostel, and they said they never took anything, cell phone or money.
Bangena base bevala istapha base becela ama cell phone ngalokho abakusho ke bathi bathola abantu abathathu besendlini kusho ukuthi lona uMeyiwa namantombazana amabili edining room engeke lamantombazana kwakukheli bathi ke uMeyiwa wala ukubanika umakhala ekhukhwini wakhe wama wazama ke ukubamba uMarco wakhipha isibhamu wasemdubula uKelly wagijima wabalekela ebedroom wase ebuya besa ngaleso sikhathi besabambene besaphushana umsindo ke wesibhamu wazwakala futhi and emva kwalokho uKelly wasebalekela futhi ebalekela ebedroom and kusho ukuthi ke isibhamu sisakhala futhi kabili and base bephuma futhi begijima thina sasibalekela emotweni eyaseyipakwe ngasekhoneni lomgwaqo saseke sihamba ngale moto siya ehostel bathi ke abazange bathathe lutho kwa cellphone kwamali.
What is your comment regarding what is contained in paragraph 11, especially the first sentence where it's written they entered and closed the door and demanded cell phones?
My Lord, it accords with what is contained in the witness statements. You know, to say the suspects who entered the house demanded cell phones. There is a part of money, but here is not contained. But the part of cell phones and money is contained in the witnesses' statements. Although here it's only the make mention is only of cell phones. That's the first part.
Yebo lokufakazi lokho kuhambisana lokufakazi sabo nikwa estatementini salabo babekhona ngaphakathi ukuthi laba bangena behlasela bafike bafuna ama cell phone.
My Lord, it also accords with the struggle, because if you read the statements in the docket, it's just that there was a struggle between the person who was carrying a firearm and the deceased. So accused number 1 in this paragraph mentions that, my Lord.
Futhi ke umsolo qale yachaza futhi kwakunokubambana phakathi kwalo wayephethe isibhamu nomuva.
Furthermore, my Lord, in this paragraph, accused 1 mentions the running away of Kelly Kumalo. And I seem to recall, my Lord, that when the first shot was discharged, according to the statements, the people who were there ran to different directions. So that accords with what was said, my Lord.
Futhi ke uyasho lana ukuthi uKelly Kumalo wabaleka and statement ke salabo bengaphakathi ziyasho ukuthi kuyathi umakhala isibhamu babaleka.
Yes. Specific reference is made to the fact that Kelly ran to the bedroom.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, my Lord. I seem to recall that there is that reference from Miss Kelly Kumalo that they ran into different directions, including the bedrooms, my Lord, when the first shot went off.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi kwakhona yebo nokusho ukuthi ekuvela kuKelly Kumalo ukuthi babaleka ukuthi uKelly Kumalo wabaleka ebalekela ebedroom kusho istatement ezabalabo bengaphakathi.
And there's also reference to the fact that the occupants were in the dining room.
That is correct, my Lord, and that's consistent with the statements that were disposed by the people who were inside the house.
Futhi ke babe ngaphakathi endlini basho futhi nabo ukuthi babe se dining room nalana kulesi statement siyasho futhi ukuthi babe se dining room.
And also reference is made to the firing of 2 shots.
That is correct, my Lord. That is in line with some of the statements, but it's also in line with the ballistic expert, you know, who, according to the reports, they were able to refer to 2 firearms, 1 projectile that they worked on and 1 damaged projectile, spent bullet that was damaged after it was discharged.
Athi yebo lokho ukuthi kwadutshulwa kabili kuyahambisana nalokho kubhalwe istatement salaba ngaphakathi endlini kodwa ke futhi kukhona nobufakazi obatholakala kulabo babehlola ke ochwepheshe ohlole iballistic ukuthi kukhona inhlamvu nenhlamvu eyonakele yatholakala.
And just lastly on this point, if you can just read paragraph 12 in the record.
Paragraph 12 reads as follows, my Lord. In the early morning, I received a call from Marco and said he was going to go and collect the money from Kelly. At about 0900, I received the money from Marco, who told me that we have received the money that we have received for our job. He gave me 30,000 for my share. We agreed, three of us, to give Mkulu 5,000 for his assistance in this job. Mkulu helped us to rinse ourselves with other medicine to remove the bad luck. That's paragraph 12, my lord.
Ekuseni-ke ngathola ucingo oluvela kumakho ethi-ke uzoya ayolanda imali kukheli. Ngesikhathi so-9 o'clock wasekuseni ngathola imali evela kumakho owangitshela ukuthi sikhokhelelwa umsebenzi esawenza. Wanginika isamba semali elingana izinkulungwane ezama-30 ukuyingxenye eyayiyami kulo msebenzi. Sazwana-ke sibathathu ukuthi sizonika umkhulu imali engango-5,000 inkulungwane eziyisihlanu ngokuthi-ke asisize kulo msebenzi. Umkhulu wasisiza nangokuthi-ke sigezwe emumva kwalo msebenzi ukuthi sisuse ibhadi.
Now, yesterday you referred to the evidence of Mr. Lionel Zwane. What is your comment regarding this last sentence? Mkulu help us to rinse ourselves with other medicine to remove the bad luck.
Yes, my lord. No, it is in line with what Mr. Zwane told me, my lord, and what is contained in this statement, my lord.
Yebo, khambisana nalesi statement lesi engasithola umsono ukuthi umkhulu wasisiza impela ukuthi sigeze ukuthi sisuse ibhadi noma umkhokha.
Now, were all these facts that are mentioned here known to the investigating team?
No, they were not, my lord.
Konke lokho okushiwo la sasingakwazi thina siyithemba lo kuphela.
Just maybe lastly, paragraph 13.
Paragraph 13, my lord, reads as follows. We came back to the room where they dropped me and they left. Nobody came to us or police the story was the story was quiet. I heard that somebody is arrested in this case, and I knew that it was the wrong person, and it took short time and both of them were arrested for other crimes.
Sasibuyela kuleli gumbi lapho la bangishiya khona base beyahamba. Akuzange kube namuntu ozayo kithina noma amaphoyisa. Kwakuthule nje. Ngezwe ukuthi kukhona umuntu oboshiwe ngaleli cala. And ngangazi ukuthi kusho ukuthi babophe umuntu ongeyena. And futhi kwathatha isikhathi ukuthi bobabili baboshelwa amanye amacala.
What is your comment regarding that?
My lord, it's in line with what happened. There was a gentleman by the same name of Mbata, if I recall, who was wrongfully arrested. He was subsequently discharged. That is way back after this matter happened.
Yebo, lokho hambisana naloko kwenzeke ngoba emva kwalokho khona umunye owaboshwa okuthiwa uMbatha emva kwalesi sigameko wase kodwa ke waphinde wakhululwa.
And what is contained there, that nobody came to us or police, the story was quiet?
That is correct, my lord. We only approached him, insofar as I know, my lord, if you look at the docket, this docket 636, we were the first people to approach accused number 1. That is on the 30th of May 2020, my lord.
Kuleqiniso lokho ngoba akuzange kube namuntu owaya ukuya kumsolo oqala kwaba yithina kule docket lena u636 kuleli cala ka636 owaya eya kumsolo oqala ngomhla ka30 kuMay ka2020.
Yes, and I'm referring to the docket, my lord, 636 of 10/2014.
Ngikhuluma ngale docket ku636 of 10 of 2014.
Now, in the final analysis, Brigadier, what is your comment now on the version of accused number 1 that he was approached with this document, Exhibit FF, that was already written down, or with the information that is contained in this document already written down, and that he was merely asked to sign?
That assertion, my lord, will not be correct. The details contained in these documents could only be known to him. I'm talking about even personal details, the names that are mentioned, the crime scene. As I've indicated, my lord, Colonel Mboto was not privy to the investigation. He could not have known even the crime scene as to what happened.
Ukuthi-ke lokho ukuthi-ke okubhalwe kule confession noma kwamukela icala kwafika kuyena umsolo wokuqala sekubhaliwe ngeke kwazi ukuba iqiniso ngoba khona imininingwane eminingi amagama amaningi nokuchaza ke uyicala lonke leli esasingakwazi futhi ke uKenneth Mboto wayengazi lutho ngaleli cala wayengeke akwazi konke lokhu okusho ukuthi ke angeke kube yiliqiniso ukuthi lokhu kweza sekubhaliwe.
Yes, my lord. So the details, the essence, the details contained in this document, my lord, were not known to us. Even myself, as the lead investigating officer, I didn't know some of these details, my lord, most of them.
Yebo, lemininingwane yonke khona lana sasingayazi futhi nami njengompheki ngangakwazi ningi engangakwazi lokubhaliwe.
I may also add, my lord, that to be honest, at some stage when I read this document, I had a suspicion that perhaps he was actually the shooter, contrary to what he was telling me. But through investigation and the collaboration, I realized that indeed he was telling the truth when he says he was standing outside, and that led us to accuse number 3, 4, 5, my lord.
Futhi ke uma ngiloku ngibhekisisa le document le document ngafika kwesinye isikhathi ngaze ngacabanga ukuthi mhlambe ke kokuyena owadukula nokuthi ke akulona iqiniso lela sitshela lona kodwa ke masibe siqhubekela phambili ngagcina ngibonile ukuthi cha wenjela iqiniso lokhu kwasikolela ke nakumsolo wesithathu nowesine nowesihlanu.
Now, reference is also made to the payment of money. Yesterday, we referred partly to Exhibit S, the downloads of the cell phone that was found in possession of accused number 3.
Yes, my lord, we did.
Yebo, njengoba sikhulumile ke ngokukhokhela khona ke ama-downloads esiwakhiphile kule phone lena kumakhalekhukhwini.
I just want to show you photos that form part of Exhibit S. We'll show the images on the screen on Monday. Just identify those photos.
So, my lord, photo number 3 is a picture that's contained a bundle of 100 rand notes, cash notes.
Sithombe sesithathu sikhombisa ke ama-100 rand amaningi.
And then photo number 4 contains 200 rand notes wrapped, but there's also, in my observation, 100 rand notes, my lord, and in the same picture, and on top is written impande yosono.
Lapha ke kulesi sinye isithombe kukhombisa u200 rand abagoqiwe futhi ke bonakala ukukhona no100 rand and kukhona kubhaliwe ngenhloko lapho kuthiwa impande yesono.
It is dated, my lord, this the same picture, it is a JPG, but it's a date 2014/09/02.
Kuthiwa ke lana ke usuku olubonakala lapho umhla ka2 enyangeni kaSeptember 2014.
My lord, photo number 5 contains a see-through plastic bag which is full of 100 rand notes as well as 200 rand notes. It's full and wrapped on top. It's written igugu lomhlaba and is dated 2014/08/16.
Khona ke esinye ke isithombe lapho esinoplastiki obonakala ngaphakathi okusho ukuthi ke uyakwazi ukubona ngaphakathi kulo plastic egcwele ke imali eningi o100 rand no200 rand futhi ke kukhona nalapho ke khona ukuthi lesi sithombe kuthiwa igugu lomhlaba.
Now photo number 6, my lord, on top is written ngiyofanini ngikhohlwe. It contains 100 rand notes wrapped and bundled as well as 200 rand notes thrown on the floor. You can see that they're on the floor, the tiled floor. That's what is contained here, my lord.
Lesi sinye isithombe sesithupha sibhalwe ukuthi ngiyofanini ngikhohle. Lesi sithombe ke sikhombisa imali eningi o100 rand abavele nje bachithwa baphansi.
Yes, we'll show them on Monday. Yes, yeah. In the course of your investigation, you've referred to the money that contained in the plastic bag.
Yes, my lord.
Did it feature anywhere else in your investigation?
That is correct, my lord. I seem to recall that in the downloads of Ms. Kelly Kumalo, the same see-through plastic bags, similar to this, and in fact I think the position was found, but it was also found in the downloads of Mr. Longwe, Twana.
Ngikhumbulayo ukuthi ke uma sidownloada ke ifoni lakhe likhumalo kwakhona isithombe esinoplastic ocishe ufane nalo futhi isithombe esicishe sifane nalesi sasikhona kuma download efoni kaLongwe Twana.
Is there anything else that you wish to say regarding the confession of accused number 1?
No, my lord. I think I will rather prefer to be led by the state advocate, because if I comment out of my own, I don't want to raise unnecessary issues.
Thank you. Now, can we then briefly look, yesterday you referred to the pointing out of accused number 1,
Yes, my lord.
and the same version regarding the pointings out was proffered on behalf of accused number 2, as indicated in the record of the 11th of October 2023, page 16, lines 5 to 7, 8 to 15. It says accused number 1 denies that he made a pointing out. He never made a statement.
Yes, my lord. I'm here. I've got the confession.
Now, if I can ask you to refer to exhibit GG.
Yes, my lord. I'm on it.
It's already on record that that is the pointing out in the name of ukuthulela Sithemba Sibiya.
Correct, my lord.
Ngiyabona lapho ukuthi ilapho ke kwenziwa ikhomba umuzika ukhulelwa Sithemba Sibiya.
Can you just once again just place the date?
So the date, my lord, is written 2020 054, time 1339. But I do know, my lord, that this date was wrong.
Yes.
It's actually the 5th,
Yes.
not the 4th.
Yes. Definitely never did correct that.
Lapho ke kuvela isithombe kuvela i-date ethi umhla 4 ku May 2020 isikhathi 1339 kodwa kuyaziwa ukuthi cha kwangelona umhla 4 umhla 5.
And if you can just go to the statement itself.
Yes. Yeah, but perhaps before I even go there, my lord, just to confirm that indeed the date was written incorrect in front. If one looks at page, this is page 1, 2, 3. I think page 4, my lord, it's written 5 at the bottom.
Yes.
There, the written date, the kernel wrote it correct. It says 2020 0605.
Yes.
Lapho ke ku page 4 kuyabonakala ukuthi uKenneth wayebhala kahle ikheli wathi 2020 0605.
And then the last page also, my lord, that has the place Alberton, and then under date he also wrote the correct date 2020 0605.
Ukuthi uphinde wabhala ngaphansi uAlberton ukuthi usuku kwakumhla 5 kuJune 2020.
Correct, my lord. Yes, I am on the next one, my lord.
Yes.
Should I read, my lord?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. So on top, my lord, it reads, ukuthulela Sithemba Sibiya states that I am not sure about the month and day, but it was the year 2014.
Yes.
Lapha ke kuthiwa ke umuzika ukhulelwa Sithemba Sibiya uveza nakho ukuthi angisakhumbuli ukuthi usuku nenyanga kuyiphi kodwa ke unyaka kwaku 2014.
It was on a Wednesday when I was called by Marco Buthelezi, who asked me where I was, and I told him at home where I stay, and he told me he was coming to see me.
Manje ke lana ukuthi ke ngangikho kulwesithathu la engathola khona ucingo oluvela kuMarco Buthelezi wangibuza ukuthi ngilaphi ngase ngisho ukuthi ngisekhaya and wayesekisho ukuthi uzoza azongibona.
He came accompanied by his Makimba Buthelezi, and they were in a white Polo VW. I got inside the Polo and Marco told me that he had a job for us. I asked what job it was, and he told me that it was to kill someone. I asked who that person was, and he said Senzo.
And where's ehamba noma Kimba Buthelezi and babehamba ngePolo emhlophe iVW. Ngangena ke lapha emotweni uMarco esengitshela ukuthi banomsebenzi esingawenza. Ngabuza ke mina ukuthi inhlobo nemsebenzi wathi ke kimina umsebenzi ukuyobulala umuntu othize. Ngase ngibuza ukuthi ubani lo yobulala wasethi ke usenzo.
Now, these facts that are disclosed there, were they known to the investigating team?
No, my lord.
Bathe konke ke lokho okulana thina silithemba elali lenza uphenyo sasingakwazi.
It must be also noted, my lord, that according to the docket at that time, it looked as if it was a robbery gone wrong, because that's all really that was contained in the docket.
Engakusho futhi ukuthi ke ngaleso sikhathi thina kwabonakala sengathi kwaba ubugebengu obongazange buhambe ngalendlela kwaku ukwacatshangela ukuthi kuzohamba ngayo. ngoba thina sasingasilutho ngalokho.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes, you may proceed.
I said, fine, we can do it, and we decided to first go and see Nyanga bracket Sangoma to check whether the job will be successful. We went to the old man, and he threw the bones and said it was good. The job can be done successful. We paid 50 rand for checking and left. I was dropped off at home, and we agreed to meet on Saturday, the day of the job.
Ngase ngithe hayi kulungile singasho wenza lo msebenzi and saseke thatha isinqumo sokuthi sizoya enyangeni lana kuthiwa isangoma ukuthi siyahlola ukuthi lo msebenzi lona uzophumelela yini sase siya ke ekhehleni elafike lapha esamathambo lale sitshela ukuthi ke cha kuhle umsebenzi ungenziwa futhi uphumelele sase sikholekhela ke leli khehla u50 rand ukuthi sihlole and ngase ke mina ke beyongishiya ekhaya and sase sizwana ukuthi sizohlangana ngomgqibelo okuusuku lomsebenzi.
What is your comment regarding this information that has been placed on record?
My Lord, it corroborates the Mr. Lanzwane in terms of what he said happened.
Hayi lokho hambisana ke nalokho kwashiwa ulana Zwane owayechaza ukuthi kwenzekani.
And this is the traditional healer that was pointed by accused number 1. He was not known to us as well, my Lord.
Futhi ke lona ke inyanga le eyavezwa umsolo wokuqala and futhi thina sasingasilutho ngalenyanga.
Yes, and this is the proof, my Lord, that this could have only came from him because it was not known to the state.
Futhi esiyesiqiniseko sokuthi lokhu kwavezwa uyena akuzange kuze ngomunye umuntu.
Yes, miss. On Saturday we met and went to a place house I pointed out to Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe. Today 2020/06/05 in Phosphorus, and we stopped at the corner and walked there.
Umgqibelo ke sasihlangana sase siya endlini le engikhombe uLieutenant Hadebe namhlanje ngomhla 5 kuJune 2020 ePhosphorus. And safike sama ekhoneni sase sihamba ngeenyawo kuya kuyona.
Yesterday you commented regarding the place that was pointed out.
Absolutely, my Lord, and this is where I was indicating that the photos that were taken, when I was doing the collaboration, they were taken into account in relation to this document, my Lord. So this is the confirmation that he pointed the crime scene as per the notes that he gave Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe, my Lord.
Lokho ke kuyisiqiniseko sokuthi ke yebo wahamba wayokhomba leyo ndlu ekhombisa uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe.
The next paragraph, I was asked whether I want to go in, and I said no. I will wait outside. Marco and Makimba went inside the house, and I heard about 3 gunshots, and they came out running. We all left and ran to the car.
Ngase ngiyabuzwa ukuthi ngiyafuna yini ukuthi ngihambe ngingene lapha endlini ngase ngithi cha ngimina ngifuna ukulinda ngaphandle. uMarco noMakimba bangena endlini ngase ngizwa kukhala isibhamu kathathu and futhi ke base beyaphuma bebaleka begijima sithina ke sase sisihamba ke sonke siya emotweni.
My Lord, so the collaboration is that I do seem to recall that some of the witnesses referred to 3 gunshots, if my recollection serves me correctly. Although the ballistic expert found 2 physical evidence, but I seem to recall some statements referring to 3.
Mina ngathi ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ke ofakazi basho ukuthi isibhamu sakhala kathathu nanoma ke labo ballistic bathi bathola ke inhlamvu ezimbili kodwa ke ingikhumulayo ukuthi ngathi baveza ukuthi isibhamu sakhala kathathu.
What is also, my Lord, common here is that accused number 1 positioned himself outside the house, as he said in this confession that was made to Colonel Mboto.
Futhi ke umsolo wokuqala ke uyazibeka ngaphandle kwendlu kule confession noma kwamukela icala akunika kuKolonel Mboto.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and were these facts known to the investigating team as stated therein in the pointings out?
Absolutely not, my Lord. As I've said over and over again, my Lord, the report we had, the guidance that we had, was really like it was a robbery that would have went wrong, and the 2 assailants at that time that we were focusing on was accused 1 and 2. And at that stage, it actually fit the narrative. It was looking like these are the suspects, we got them, and it ends there. We did not even know about the circumstances and the reason behind, and the other accused which came into the picture being 3, 4, and 5. as well as accused 2. We knew about accused 2, but not 3, 4, and 5.
Yebo, lo mbiko lona uyahambisana naloko esasicabanga ngaleso sikhathi ngoba uyahambelana naloko okwenzeka ngoba thina ngaleso sikhathi sesicabanga ukuthi kwaba abantu nje abebezama ukuyogebenga kuleyo ndlu ababili esasicabangela ukuthi umsolo oqala nowesibili kuphela ngoba kuningi esasingakwazi isimo nembangela nalabo abanye abathathu kodwa sathola lokhu sekuvela kuyena umsolo esela statementini esokwamukela icala.
Yes. I was told in the car by Marco that they went in and found people inside and demanded money and cell phones. He told me Senzo confronted them and was fighting and resisting. He was then shot and everyone ran to the bedrooms.
Uthe ngatshelwa sesemotweni uMarco ukuthi bangena ngaphakathi bathola abantu bengaphakathi endlini sithi abasinike omakhalekhukhwini nemali wasitshela ukuthi uSenzo yena wala ukubanika and wayelwa engavumi and yena uSenzo kwayeseyadutshulwa and laba abanye bonke abantu babalekele ema-bedroom.
My lord, in the docket, it is stated in the statement that there was a struggle between the deceased and the suspect that had a firearm.
Kudocket kuyachaza ukuthi kwakukhona ke ukubambana phakathi kukaMufi na lona ke umsolo owayephethe isibhamu.
It is further stated, my lord, that when the two assailants came in, they demanded cell phone and money. So this collaboration, my lord, that was said by accused 1, corroborates what was contained in the docket.
Phinde washo ukuthi mabengena bafika bacela ama-cell phone nemali lokhu kuhambelana nalokho okusho umsolo wokuqala.
Yes.
Yes.
And furthermore, my lord, the last sentence where he says he was then shot and everyone ran to the bathrooms, my lord. It is contained in the statements, my lord, of the people who were inside the house that after the first shot was fired, they ran into different places. I know others would have ran to the bedrooms, etc. He now says this, my lord, and only a person who was involved will have this knowledge, except the police or the people who were at the crime scene.
Futhi kuyaveza estatementini zalabo wayengaphakathi ukuthi kwathi mase kudutshulwa bonke babalekele ama-bedroom umuntu owayengaphakathi kuphela kuleyo nto wabona ukuthi kwenzekani owayengakwazi lokho. So kusho ukuthi ke lokhu kuhambisana naloku kuvumelana nofakazi ubaba labantu ababengaphakathi endlini nalokho kuvezwa umsolwa statementini sakhe sokuvuma icala.
I may also add, my lord, that Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe, who took this pointing out, was also never part of this investigation at any stage.
Futhi ke no Lieutenant Colonel lo oyenza le khomba wayengathintene nakancane nokuphenywa kwaleli cala.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The next paragraph, I pointed out the two places.
And we drove.
Oh, beg your pardon, my lord, just up. We drove back to my place at Suto Hostel, and I got out next to the highway, next to the mast electric light. They then left, and the firearm was with Marco.
Sasa sihamba ke sibuyela eBasotho Hostel la engaphuma eduze kwe-highway lapho ke kune lambu likagesi base ke bengishiya lapho isibhamu ke sasiphethe uMarco.
Yes. That is your comment?
My lord, okay, let me just understand this first. I can confirm, my lord, that according to the investigation, he was staying at the Basotho Hostel in Forsteress, so there's a collaboration in that regard.
Ngingasho ukuthi njengoba wayehlala eBasotho Hostel okwatholakala waqinisekisa ukuthi wayehlala eBasotho Hostel lokhu kuyahambelana naloku ufaka.
It is also confirmed, my lord, by exhibit EE5.
Futhi ke kukhona futhi ukhombisa ukuthi
The place where he got off, this is the place I referred to also yesterday, my lord, that when I visited it, it's a road that goes up towards the police station, and on the left-hand side, it's actually the hostel itself, my lord.
ilo engishilo-ke izolo ukuthi lo mgwaqo lona oyefukayo e-police station ilo mgwaqo oseduze kwe-hostel,
And specifically the Basotho hostel, my lord.
and ngisho-ke ukuthi leli hostel engikhuluma ngalo yileli le-Basotho hostel.
And that is then corroborated, my lord, because the evidence that we have suggests that there was a meeting before at the hostel, and after the incident, they also went, the suspects, the accused, went to the hostel, my lord.
Lokhu kuyahambisana nokuthi ekuqaleni kwaba nomhlangano e-Basotho hostel nokuthi mase bebuya-ke babuyela kulona i-hostel ekuthiwa i-Basotho hostel.
Yes,
Yes.
should I proceed?
Yes. Proceed.
So, next paragraph, I pointed out the two places, the house where the shooting took place and the spot where I was dropped off after the shooting to Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe.
Ngingakhombisa ku-Colonel Hadebe indlu la okudubula kwenzeka kuyona, nalapho-ke esama khona emva kokuthi kudutshulwe ngikhombisa-ke u-Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe.
My lord, I dealt with this part with regards to the crime scene photos that I referred to, that place, because I visited it. It's actually the crime scene where the deceased was shot, number 13511 Kutlwano Street in Phosphorus. So that is the first spot. The second one is the one that I just referred to, the one next to Basotho hostel.
Lokhu kuyahambisana nale ndawo lena engithi-ke ngahamba ngayihlola indawo la ubugebengu obenzeka khona e-13511 nalapho-ke kuthiwa-ke baphinde baya khona indawo yase-Basotho hostel.
My lord, here also there was a collaboration. We did not know where he was dropped off at that stage, my lord. We did not even know the use of the vehicle, except to say there was this offense at that crime scene, my lord. That's all that was known to the police.
Lokhu-ke okunye ukukhombisa ukuhambelana kwalo bufakazi thina besingeke sasingazi nokuthi bafike bamehlisaphi. So yena kwaveza le mniningwane lokuthi wehliswana.
And it was, of course, my lord, later corroborated by other witnesses that we found, that confirmed that indeed this took place.
Yebo-ke futhi lokhu-ke kwaphinde kwaqinisekiswa abanye ofakazi esabathola ukuthi ngempela kwenzeka ngale ndlela.
Now, the last paragraph, can I proceed to the last paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. The last paragraph says, my lord, I confirm that my rights were explained to me.
Yes, that's fine.
Is that fine?
It's been dealt with. Now, in the final analysis, Brigadier, what is your comment to the version of accused number 1 that is not the source of what is contained in this?
That version, my lord, no, that version, my lord, will be baseless in my view, because if you look at exhibit, the one made by Lieutenant Colonel Mboto and exhibit GG, there are similarities. These are contents that could have known, some of it would have been known only by the author of this document, and in this instance, my lord, is accused number 1.
Futhi angivumi ukuthi-ke uma kuthiwa-ke lokhu kwakubhalwe kule statement sokwamukela icala akulona iyiqiniso, ngoba lokhu okuveze lapha ku-Lieutenant Colonel Mboto nalokhu statement kufanana kakhulu ukukhombisa ukuthi kuvela kuyena umsolo wokuqala.
The court, please, my lord, we are about to deal now with the two confessions of accused number 2. It's almost time for the long adjournment. We have agreed with my colleagues that we can adjourn until Monday, my lord, and proceed on Monday.
Yes, I am, my lord.
All right, then we shall adjourn until Monday, 10 o'clock.